Right here, time to see what the headlines are saying this morning. Please note these headlines are only read as published and have got nothing to do with Nigeria info. So ensure that in your reactions you have the facts, the details, and every information. You've read the body of the headline and you have the details. This morning we're going to go through the Punch, the Daily Trust, the Sun, the Vanguard, and the Guardian.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Let's get things started with the Punch right here. 53 suspects arrested for Benue Plateau killings for arraignment, according to the IG. Ebonyi residents reject open grazing. Insecurity. Clergy urges federal government to seek external support. 15 education colleges to award degrees NCE concurrently. Federal government monitors Israel-Iran ceasefire, reviews evacuation plans. 2031 presidency, Tinubu's successor tussle fuels 2027 VP slot battle. Neck crisis. PDP NWC convenes as governors. INEC talks end in stalemate. SDP suspends national chairman, others over alleged fraud. Tinubu's Electricity Act. 7 states take charge of power regulation. Algon denies supporting Wamako as Tinubu's running mate. NYSC denies service extension for core member who criticized Tinubu. Moving on now to the Daily Trust. Your schoolmate shouldn't ignite fresh controversy. Atiku taunts Tinubu. PDP crisis. Damagum. PDP leaders meet INEC over national secretary dispute. Tax. Big men remain FCT's biggest problem. That's according to the FCT minister, Yesam Wike. INEC to PDP. Adhere to Supreme Court judgment. SDP suspends chairman, others amidst coalition talks. 2027. Clamor for Tinubu to pick me as VP out of place. Senator Barrow. Strikes continue in Israel, Iran despite ceasefire announcement. Tinubu declines assent to National Assembly Library Trust Fund bill. All these and more on the Daily Trust. Let's move on now to the Sun. Nigeria sliding into abyss, according to the Northern Can. Kalu's strategic projects behind Abia North's low poverty rate, says scholar. President Bola Tinubu's commissioning of FCT Abuja mega projects continued yesterday. PDP promises to deliberate an outcome on meeting with INEC. PDP promises to deliberate to get ready 2027 APC and Shetima's fate as running mate. Oshun Guba, I'm not desperate, APC Secretary Bashiru. Imo, Okigwe Zone should produce next governor. Umba, analyst. Pension remittance. Pencom targets defaulters, blames governors. Nigeria needs strategic policy framework to harness $6.45 trillion global maritime tourism, according to experts. NDLEA, Papa tightens grip on drug imports, trafficking. Let's move on now to the Vanguard. 2 appropriations in 1 year. Experts react as NAS OK's rollover of 2024 budget till December 2025. Adamawa government revokes Atiko's Waziri title over indigenship policy. North bleeding daily from uncontrolled violence, according to Northern elders. I'm reaping the gains of loyalty, consistency in politics, according to the Bayelsa State Governor. Pharmacists accuse physicians' leadership for healthcare crisis. SDP crisis. Secretariat gate pulled down as thugs security clash. Police arrest 26 in connection with Benue massacre. Kogi police foil kidnap of passengers along Obajana Oshokosho Road. Arrest 2. Lagos tenants accuse police landlord of unlawful intimidation. Nigeria, Brazil bound by shared destiny, strategic dialogue, according to the Vice President, Kashim Shettima. All these and more on the Vanguard today. And our final stop this morning is The Guardian. Lagos announces 110-day traffic diversion for Ogudu Ifaka Bridge repairs. 5 dead, several injured in multiple crash on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. O2 laments worsening influx of refugees into Cross River. Atiku seeks clarity on Tinubu's Chicago classmates. Navy arrests 76 vessels, 242 suspected oil thieves in 2 years. Federal government, Lagos, Ekiti, to check obstacles hindering ease of doing business. Fresh PDP Labour Party defections to APC as opposition parties battle internal crisis. Tinubu, farmer-headed conflicts, an opportunity to structure social stability, food security. Lagos to begin digital numbering of houses from July 1. All these and more on the front page of The Guardian. Time to get to your reactions right now. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go on there to watch the show and be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments. Numbers to call this morning: 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869, and 08099930137. You can send the WhatsApp voice notes. 90 seconds is the mark to the WhatsApp number, which ends with 0137. That is 08099930137. Let's run through some of your live messages. And this says, Benue killing. Let there be justice. Let those arrested be tried, and if guilty, face the law. The blood of the innocent killed, a crying for justice, is what Muazu John Lasisi shares. And Penover Peter says, we get to tell local government, should tell local government chairman to pay primary school teachers and the FCT. Mr. Wike should encourage them to do what is right. And Wachuku Kennedy, watching from Okwata, says, kudos to our policemen for a job well done by arresting the people involved in the Benue massacre. More strength and powers to their elbow, and I'm equally urging them not to allow them go unpunished. They should be treated the same way and made to face the law. Thank you very much. You can also watch on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Let's go on this quick break.
Conversation, more talk, more right after this.
I don't know, man. These days, all you hear
Thank you so much for staying tuned. 6:31 right here. We'll get to the phone lines right now. You have 90 seconds to go straight to your point as soon as you get through. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo. How are you? How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you. Abakar calling from Gwagwalada. I greet all the callers, the contributors, and esteemed listeners of Nigeria Info.
Welcome.
The SDP party has also been plagued by internal crisis. It's one of the damaging strategies of the ruling party. They will continue to cause instability and internal crisis in all parties. But will that consolidate democracy in Nigeria? It will not. In trying to consolidate power, they are carrying out that strategy. It's not the best for Nigeria because instability, internal crisis in one party is infectious. It can spread. History has shown that. Follow the trajectory of Nigeria political history. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Charles speaking.
Welcome, Charles. Please go ahead.
The president was talking about herders and farmers. You know, there is this provoking statement from the people who are always herders and farmers clash and all that. From the inception of this crisis today, there has not been any herders farmers clash. This is invaders who are coming to kill and destroy and set people's community. And the question is, what is these people even? Are they like a crude oil that you know that at the end of the month, what they are doing or business they are doing is what the nation is sharing? They are contributing literally nothing to the national treasure. Yes, they are invading, killing people and taking over communities. And all indications, the government thinks as if they are working together. And I also want to ask, the ones they say they arrested in Benue, I hope it's actually the offenders. So, because in some situations now, they go and pick other people who know nothing and hold them. There was a report of bandits victim in Nigeria. They are taking security soldiers. These people are destroying people's lives, and yet government does nothing. They be compensated and called repentance. We are watching the
all right.
See how it will end.
Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Nigerian for family. I remember myself, Abubakar Ali Kitino Pekin. I'm calling from PW Kubwa.
Go ahead.
Itodo.
Yes, sir.
I am surprised. It will seem to me that some people doesn't put debt in their plans. We have not reached 2027. They are already planning for 2031. Now they give themselves that life ready for their body. Honestly. And the other one is, you said most of the elites are the ones that are not paying tax in FCT. I think it is in the whole country. Unfortunately, majority of them steal from the system, and they don't obey law, and neither do they pay tax. I heard one manager in AADC, I will not mention the station, he said majority of those that are bypassing are this elite, the big men. So it means in this country, those who follow law strictly are the average and downtrodden people. How can a country develop like this? Look, even this insecurity, is it the poor people that follow it? Does the poor man have money to buy AK-47? Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity, my brother.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts. And you brought something to mind. What should be the penalty for tax evasion in Nigeria to ensure that people who are evading tax are made to pay? I mean, the Minister of the FCT shared his concerns as the big men who are the ones not paying their taxes. And it's a criminal offense, and one can be fined or imprisoned. Tax evasion in Nigeria is punishable under Section 40 of the Federal Inland Revenue Service Act. In addition to this, it is also a criminal offense under Section 41 of the Act to hinder or assault any tax authorized officer who is performing their duty. So what should this be reviewed wherein there are stringent measures put in place to ensure that more people are compelled to pay their tax? But then the argument around, well, what is the tax being used to do? Can we see any results of it? that's always concern when this conversation comes up. But I mean, at some point we'll have this conversation and get right into the nitty-gritty of taxation in the country. Let's get back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome, sir.
I greet you. I greet all Nigerians. I greet the last caller. Yes, although we are different parties. Yes, politically, but his analysis used to make sense. When he analyzes things for you, know that he's somebody. Thank you. Hope is my name.
Welcome.
Issue of a new party, that's Ada. Whether it's Ada or Ada, I don't know. But my own concern is that if the presidential candidate did not come from South, they are wasting their time. All this week, they want to present their technical or something, they are wasting their time. Their presidential candidate must come from the South. If they know that they are going to people aside. All this you say article this and that, this is Northerner. 2027 is for Southerner. Any Northerner that they like, he give a Tinubu carry go ahead. And I will grant my vote to Tinubu as I support their brother in 2015 and 2019. I'm going to support my brother. Thank you.
All right.
God bless you.
Thank you very much, Okwi, for sharing your thoughts. Now, here is something that, has been in conversation for the longest, and that is the fact that regardless of where you are in the country, where you're from in the country, we should learn to see ourselves as one. There's been this constant push for the unity, whether you're from the north or the south. We are first Nigerians before our ethnicity or our tribe. So, is it safe to say that regardless of where a presidential candidate or a public office holder comes from, what should be paramount is what they will be able to do and achieve while in office? Case in point would be referencing what Okwi just said, that, well, the candidate from the newly pushed party, ADA, should be from the South, else the chances of them taking over would be really slim. Should that be the focus, or should we just focus on if they have a candidate who has the nation at heart and has very well laid out plans for the improvement and development of Nigeria? How do we get to the point where we ensure that regardless of where a candidate is from, what is important is what they can do differently? Let's go on to the WhatsApp platform and take some of your comments. The national leadership of the PDP met with INEC on Tuesday over the lingering crisis surrounding the position of its national secretary. Professor Mahmood Yakubu rightly emphasized INEC's constitutional powers on registration and regulation, a message the fractured PDP needed to hear. Only forthright this can salvage what remains of the party, but do they have it? They seem to be in shambles. When the party can't hold its next meeting without INEC stepping in, the fire is real. Leadership, failure, betrayal, and disunity, while APC ruins. Okay. Wale Fatunla sharing his thoughts right there. Moazu John Lasisi, the 26 people massacred, and those who are arrested for it must be tried. If found guilty, then the law should take its place. We should stop playing politics with the lives of our people. Enough is enough. And Fitzgerald says anyone wanting to do business should buy or rent land, not give it to headsmen. Nigeria's refineries are non-functional, and if they were located in the southwest, they would likely be operational by now. The Port Harcourt and Warri refineries are vital to the south-south heritage. Who are you quoting? Fitzgerald? Because your message is, in quotation marks. The same people told Tinubu, or that told that Tinubu had never had a classmate, they should go to Chicago and confirm. I want to believe that the Nigerian government is a serious government, because these people who keep killing people every day, nothing seems to be done about it to end the situation, is what Oludade Abiodun shares as his thoughts. Okay. And Nasser Abdul Jalil in Okene says it's a good development, the arrest of those culprits in Benue and Plateau states, respectively. Let the culprits face the full wrath of the law. God bless Nigeria, is how he ends his thought. Opulent in Brari says Benue killing is still very fresh. The government should do something to protect the citizens to avoid incessant killings by headsmen all over the country. However, this issue is contributing to the hike in the price of food items because farmers can no longer go to their farms. We beg the government to find a solution to insecurity. May God help us all, is how he ends his thought. Let's get to some voice notes right now. Don't forget to keep it under 90 seconds. Good morning.
Good morning to the King Itodo, the Agaba Idon one and only. I greet the listeners and callers of this great radio station. My name is Salasi, sending this voice note from Garki right now. Guazamax, I greet you. Yahaya the head boy, Dang Ali Babang Ali, Abubakar, and many others that will call and contribute to this great radio station. I want to commend the Nigerian police for arresting the killers, Benue massacre and the Plateau. We want to see them. We want to see Nigerian police doing their work. Honestly, we want to appreciate them for that effort. In fact, there is a video of a man threatening the people of Benue that they are still going to kill them again. So I hope the person too will be arrested. On this age of social media, I think if they want to get this man, they will know how to get him. The video have been circulating, threatening that they are still going to kill and they are going to kill and kill and kill. So government should arrest that person. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate.
Good morning, Sir Itodo. My name is Habila. Sending in this voice note from central area. Clergy to federal government seek external support. Yes, I think that's a good call to the federal government, because I think the way the insecurity in Nigeria is persisting. I think our security personnel cannot secure us any longer. So it's good for the federal government to think outside the box. And as for APC, VP Tussle, I think this is the genesis of APC to have problem. This is where they are going to have problem, because they feel they are all in all, they are the one that is going to bring a greater change. What happens to Shetima? So we're sitting on the fence to watch how the game is going to be played out. Thank you. That is my take this morning.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. I mean, when you're asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years from now will be 2030? Thereabout, yes. And, according to that headline that says, well, whomever it is that gets picked as VP for the APC in 2027, that will determine how things play out in 2031. And many are saying, oh, it's too early. I mean, we haven't even gotten to 2027 yet, and the elections, and then there is a plan for 2031 already. Is it too late, too early to plan? When is the right time to get started? It's 5 years, 6 years away from now. But then again, some would say it's important to be very strategic in whatever decisions you make as a person. As a party, it seems as though that is the direction that they are thinking, but time will unveil itself eventually. Let's get to you now. Welcome.
Good morning, Itodo. Big kudo to the Nigerian police for arresting some of the killers who perpetrated crimes in Benue and Plateau states. Others should be fished out, and those that have been arrested should be properly tried. Also, I want to encourage Alhaji Atiku, Abubakar Atiku, to suggest ways in which Nigerians can overcome the current economic challenges facing them. If he wants to keep Tinubu on his toes, he should not be talking about his friendship with someone, his schoolmate in Chicago. That's not our issue for now. Our issue is how will our people get out of the economic doldrum. Thank you. Jimmy Odeni is my name from Airport Road.
Thank you, Jimmy, for sharing your thoughts. Let's get back to the phone lines right now. You can call 0700 951 0000 and 08095974869. Don't forget to move away from your device as soon as you get through. We're looking at the headlines. We've gone through various papers this morning. We looked at the Punch, Daily Trust, the Sun, Vanguard, and the Guardian. Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Deacon. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. It's Luther Senator Passenger calling you all the way from Lapai, Niger State.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Let me say kudos to the good policemen and who tried to arrest it. But you know the last thing is that I don't believe in police. There are some few that you believe them. Where the life of Abba Kyari today, that these are the same people that we can believe, we can trust it. But the baddest ones continue to arrest the good one. If you are doing the good thing, I am telling you, Deacon,
yes,
security personnel in this country, they will not allow you to do that good thing.
So, Obasanjo, quick question for you before you go on with your thoughts. Are you saying that if one person does something wrong, that technically means everybody who is a part of that body or that group is also the same way?
Yes. Yes. Why? Because I cannot trust the police where you see them. I will not trust a lawyer. I will not trust a judge. I will not trust just few of them that I, as a Luther senator, I would trust. I would trust a single one person, maybe. Under probability, I would trust. Why? Because what is happening in the country today, it's the security personnel that owns this thing. It's the security personnel that can bring down what is happening to this country. But they can arrest politicians, they can arrest chief of army staff, they can arrest IG of police, they can arrest whoever they want to arrest. But the issue of money.
Who is arresting who? Hold on.
Stigma.
Who is arresting who? Let's get something straight. What would you say that these security operatives can do differently in the bid to show you or prove to you that indeed they're not all the same and they are doing what they're doing for the good of the country? What would you suggest or recommend?
Thank you. My suggest, if we have good security personnel, if you had that the chief of army staff has a hands in the killing of this country, or if the IG of police has a hands, or the director of SS has a hands in sponsoring this security problem, the security personnel, the good one, will arrest these people.
But none of them have been in. Okay. All right, Obasanjo, we get you. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. That's your opinion. None of them have been indicted or investigated regarding that, but he's trying to say whomever it is that, it is found guilty of aiding these terrorists should be brought to book regardless of who they are. All right, let's get to you now. 6:49. Good morning.
The Voice, good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
My name is Mrs. Meza. So after Okui's contribution, you asked us, when are we going to get to a stage that we vote for somebody based on competency, not because the person is from us? The truth is, when we realize that we are Nigerians first, before identifying with our ethnicity and religion, that's when we'll come out and vote for somebody the way it's supposed to be. Our contribution, all of us, is based on either ethnicity or religion. That's the truth of the matter. You will see it. The moment I introduce myself, you will know where my contribution will lie, whether I'm doing wrong or not. Even the messages you read, once you hear somebody's name, you will know the person will say it this way. So that's it. It also reflects on our vote. The Voice.
Yes.
You know the issue of our beautiful sister that talked about this government, President Tinubu. I don't want to repeat the word she used. When I made my contribution, I said, people are saying, so we don't have opportunity. We should not talk again. I came out, I said, if you send your daughter to serve this nation, and she's the only person out now, people are dragging her, some people are praising her, how would you feel? People say, enter house, your own too much. I concluded by saying that time heals wound, and it's always applicable in Nigeria. With time, we forget the story and enter the other one. Are we going to stand by this beautiful lady when the chips are down? They say enter house. Today we are hearing that they gave her 2 months suspension, even though NYSC is saying no. I know people will also stand by her. Remember, they queried her. But let me tell you for free, I just pray that God will be merciful to her.
All right.
People will just her sister. If not, to get work in this country, you go hard that lady for this period. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's run through some of your voice notes. We need to wrap things up in about 3 minutes, so we'll take a brief versions of all the voice notes that we have, as many as we can. Good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria for family. My name is Mr. Chikugoze Ono. I'm watching the radio program live from Taraba State Capital. The battle for Vice President towards 2031 presidency is laughable. So, Nigeria problem is not about 2027 or 2031 presidency. Our problem is the insecurity and the high cost of things.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. My name is Emeka in Gwarimpa. I'm more concerned about this strike by primary school teachers in the FCT. It is embarrassing that a nation like Nigeria, with all the resources, the children in the capital has been at home for almost 9 weeks or 10 weeks now. It's unfortunate, it's unbearably embarrassing and psychologically traumatizing. And the minister, yes, we can say he's doing well in terms of infrastructure. But what about the development of these children? What about the education, their future? You know, you spent 31 billion in renovating the ICC center, which you named after the president. And then you renovated the vice president house for 21 billion. A lot of things. What is our priority?
Good morning, MC Bluetooth. My name is Emmanuel Yahuda, calling from Maraba. Mr. Erufa.
Okay, that is for Wazobia FM, so do also send that to a different number, okay? I think you misplaced both numbers. Good morning.
Listeners and callers of this great radio station. Concerning the arrest of the perpetrators of the evil in Benue State, I hope the right people are arrested. I hope and pray the right people are arrested, because we know those who attack others in that place. They are Fulanis, and I hope that they are the ones that are being arrested. Because I don't expect to see any other language among those who are arrested in Benue.
All right, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. We need to wrap things up right now. Jacob Ode says, news of the arrest in connection to Benue killing is a welcome development, but I do not really understand if it's genuine or to validate the president's order. And looking at the live feed on YouTube and Facebook, thank you very much for sharing your reactions. Okwandu, Obina, Oyewole, Fatunla, Chukwugozie, Onu, Penova, Peter, Dr. Mrs. Onma Olebara. And on YouTube, John Bullos, thank you very much for joining. Catch up on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info, Abuja.
And information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Nigeria Info.